Firescape Academy Inspector Training. Here we are in Nashville at the Alley Cats. What we have here is a fire escape that obviously two things you need in order to write a violation. And even though this one's small, it's got a lot of issues here. So let's take the first one. The first one that you can write a violation right away on is there deterioration. So deterioration simply means, have they been keeping it painted? Now, the fire escape, if it has more rust than paint, it's a deterioration violation. If it has more paint than rust, you don't have a violation. So this one has definitely more rust than paint. So right away you can write a deterioration violation, and that will automatically trigger an inspection by a structural engineer that will then pick up any and all issues related to the structure. So the easiest violation to write here is a deterioration. But let's say the guy comes out and paints this thing from one day to the next, and that's the only, and then you're coming here and this fire escape is perfectly black. You have to start looking at other things that you can write a violation. The second part of any violation is always an unsafe condition. Can you find things bent, broken, or out of place? So the first things that doesn't look natural is you've got cement spalling from the wall. So this whole thing is just pulling out of the wall. You got bolts ready, pulling out of the whole hull right there. Second thing is you got chains doing something up there that doesn't look natural. Okay, so that's not proper. So that's the reason to write a violation. We've got wiring underneath this thing. That's an electrocution issue. The third thing you're looking at is you got the staircase, and all the bolts and the treads are rusted. Original bolts are square. Look at the bottom. The bottom of the cantilever, it's bent. It's gonna sit on top of trash barrels, so it can't come down. Then you got the weight box. The great thing about this one, actually, let's look at the ladder right next to it. The ladder's pulled away from the building. The lower bolts are all missing. The walls are all there's no mortar in the walls. The superstructure that holds the weight box is tied into very bad cinder block material. Brick material. But that is a good example of a typical weight box that's controlled. In case there's a failure of that cable, that weight box is controlled by steel, so that it doesn't hurt anybody down below. The fact that the wall is all deteriorated means that if that ever comes down, it's going to bring the wall down with it. So that's the problem here. So this is an unsafe and also a life safety condition on this particular fire escape, as well as the one next to it. You can see how twisted it up it is. We did another report on that one. But even if the buildings up above are not being used, they must be maintained at all times. There's a lot of balconies here. All these balconies, if they're exposed to the weather, they must be inspected and verified. So if people are going to come out on these balconies in any manner, shape, or form, they must be inspected and they must be maintained at all times. So these look like they're fairly new, all steel construction. But you got to be careful that if you don't maintain them, joints start failing. So quite a bit here when you're looking at if this is an area that has a lot of activity. There's a fire escape back there that has wood and steel rails. So anything that's exposed to the weather must be inspected and maintained at all times. If you have any questions, you can give us a call at firescapeengineers.com. You can call 866-649-0333. You can also visit the web to YouTube and type in Fire Escape Seminar, Fire Escape Inspections, or Fire Escape Repairs, and you'll get all these other videos that we've done that will bring you up to speed as to the types of inspections and repairs that we do. And as always, we offer free consultation and implementation of any fire escape awareness program in your city. And that is giving you industry standard confidence tests, industry standard fire escape tags, industry standard repair criteria, as well as load test criteria that we would give free of charge to all the fire prevention or building inspectors departments.